Wait, Malcolm Subban sang the National Anthem? Hat Picks! Hello friends, Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another edition of Steve's Hat Picks, the first playoff edition of Steve's Hat Picks, where we take a look at the best from around the NHL over the past week. Now, keeping in mind that the last week actually includes the dregs of the regular season, and there were some special moments, so let's take a look at that. The Montreal Canadiens had a nightmare of a season, to say the least. They're the first ever team to finish 32nd in the National Hockey League. That used to be a joke before there were 32 teams, but now there are 32 teams, and a team can actually finish in 32nd. But then Martin St. Louis joins the team as the head coach. They make some improvements. Carey Price returns from injury. And in their final game of the season against the Florida Panthers, yeah, this makes sense, the Habs win 10-2. And this goal from the brightest spot on their roster in the back half of the season comes from Cole Caulfield. Just watch.
Really something special that they have built.
Caulfield gets in. Backhander. Oh, what a goal. Cole Caulfield makes it 5-1 with his second of the night.
He's got the speed and the skill. Scored one in the first period, and now that's his 22nd and second of the game. And if you're going to play him, you got to play the body. You can't be reaching for that puck, and that's exactly what the Panthers did. And he splits Florida's defense right here in a beautiful move, and on the backhand, just lifted over top of the blocker by Johansson. Second goal of the game.
That was slick. Yet he is slick.
What an absolutely ridiculous play from an absolutely ridiculous player who, had he played like this from the beginning of the season onward, he not only wins the Calder, he wins it in a walk. That's a hat pick. Amazing the Habs fans were in the building to see that. Something that over the past few years has not always been a guarantee. For our next hat pick, you're going to see a lot of this. I'm sure you've already seen a lot. Who's going to win what award? For the Norris Trophy, it appears to be down to Cale Makar and Roman Josi. Well, at the end of the season, those two teams went head-to-head, and Roman Josi said, "I will do it myself."
Over the stats as a team for the Avalanche this season. First, tied for first, second, first. A lot of players, Pete, have set new franchise records as Josi explodes down the crease. Puck is in Darcy Kemper's glove, or where is it? No, it was in the back of the net, but the net got knocked off, and they're going to call it a good goal for Roman Josi.
This is a great rush by Josi, but I did not see how that went in.
Must have thought it was a good goal, but after consultation, they say no.
Watch it. When you slow it down, his left leg brings the puck into the net, I think, his left skate.
Or does it go off Taves and in?
No, I think from the angle in behind. Goaltender interference.
Good goal now. The puck crossed the line before the touch.
The only thing that would have made this goal better is if he had done it against Cale Makar himself. Instead, he only did it against Devon Taves, who is also disgusting. What a goal, and what a confidence boost heading into the postseason. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, I'm sorry, this one's just too easy. We have an E-Bug! An emergency backup goalie in the Ducks-Dallas Stars game by the name of Thomas Hodges.
If this thing goes to overtime, hazy down there, Brian Hayward may be in net for the Anaheim Ducks.
You would know from the lack of a name bar on the sweater that reads number 68 with a Ducks logo on it, but that is Thomas Hodges. He is the emergency backup goaltender. You've heard the term E-Bug. Somewhere David Ayer's name is being tossed about, and he is in the third different Ducks netminder. They started with John Gibson. He didn't come out for the second period. Anthony Stoll.
Right off the bat, the easiest thing to recognize is Hodges is obviously an emergency backup goalie who is on call for the Dallas Stars. Well, how can you tell? Dude's got a Stars mask. And I'm sure at some point someone said to him, "Hey Tom, what if you have to go in net for the other team?" To which he probably said, Well, here he is in a Ducks uniform. No nameplate, just a number, wearing green and orange like a mallard duck, so it's perfect. After the game, the Stars tap him on the head.
Absolutely needed in just a freak show of a game as they all come down. I'm sure they've been on the ice with him here.
That's great. That is great.
And they all come and play goal.
It's One of the best ovations a road goaltender's ever going to get in this building. And a feel-good ending to the Anaheim Ducks season. One last congratulations from the Stars.
And then in the locker room, even though he didn't pick up the win, the Ducks give him the water bottle treatment in the locker room. Thomas Hodges, fantastic story. He was talking after the game. He actually lost sight in one eye at a young age. Every E-Bug has such an amazing story. It's almost like every person has an amazing story. But whenever an E-Bug gets in the net, it's the best. That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, this guy is not an E-Bug. In fact, he is in conversation for MVP. Here's Johnny Gaudreau with the double milestone.
Zadorov swings wide, puts it in deep for Tkachuk. Backhand pass in front. Gaudreau scores. Johnny Gaudreau gets his 40th of the season on the backhand and makes it 1-0 Calgary. And the work by Matthew Tkachuk to set that up was something else. And Gaudreau had a post in the first. Makes no mistake there.
And gives Zadorov a ton of credit. Watch how he gains the line. The Flames are on a change here. The big line coming out. Look at how he waits. Now that's the perfect play. Put it behind the net to the guy that's so great on the boards, and then Tkachuk with a no-look pass to Johnny Gaudreau, who's coming off the bench. He just sneaks in behind the defense, and look at the patience. I mean, look at that patience to just wait, throw it up high, and as a forward, you always have more time than you think in that position, and Johnny Gaudreau knows that all too well. And congratulations, number 40, big guy. What a year you've had.
Leave a comment in the comment box down below. Is this the best line in hockey? Because it's definitely top 3. Gaudreau with Matthew Tkachuk, no-look pass on this one, and Elias Lindholm have been terrorizing the NHL, especially at even strength. Oh my goodness. And not only does Gaudreau get his 40th goal of the season on this play, but he also gets his 90th even strength point. Now, that might sound impressive to you. Oh yeah, 90 even strength points is pretty good. But record-breaking, noteworthy, I'm not sure about that. Until you realize he's only the 4th player since 1990 to achieve that, and the other 3 are Gretzky, Yager, and Lemieux. That is elite company. That is a hat pick. For our next hat pick, here's Sabres goalie Malcolm Subban singing the National Anthems. Wait, Malcolm Subban sang the National Anthems?
And now for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner, the Sabres' own Malcolm Subban.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Malcolm, angelic. The only thing that would have been better, and I know he couldn't do it in this game, but the only thing that would have been better is if he was in uniform, in his equipment, sang the anthems, and then went to the net and played the game. Dude, we need more of this in hockey. That's absolutely fantastic. That is a hat pick. The bravery to stand in front of an NHL slap shot, I think might be less than singing the anthem in front of 20,000 people or however many people were there. Whatever, it's a big crowd. You go do it. Oh, and producer Drew wanted me to mention that we have brand new merch on shopsportsnet.store. We still have hat picks, we still have dangets. Now we have beer steins, bigger coffee mugs. If you bite someone once, it's biting. If you bite someone twice, it's eating. And some stuff for the little guys. Check it out, shopsportsnet.store. Now, that's it for the regular season hat picks. Now we dip into the playoffs. Keeping in mind that when I'm recording this, there's only been one night of playoff hockey, but there was a lot in that one night. We'll start with Ian Cole with the amazing glove save. Wait, Ian Cole, don't you mean Antti Ranta?
Back and admire Antti Ranta. The first kick save he gets ran into, then the dive across. Oh! That might have been his partner Ian Cole behind him with the glove. We'll take another look here. It is Ian Cole with a glove save, Mike.
Dude, what? When news came that Frederik Andersen was not going to be good for the start of this series, a lot of people, myself included, had the scales tipping in the favor of the Boston Bruins. Antti Ranta was going to have to be big, but the Hurricanes refused to let him do the job alone. Ian Cole, what can you say? That's pure instinct, man. That's a hat pick. Now, besides making the save for the goalie, you probably shouldn't rely on that happening all the time. You got to give your goalie goal support. And sticking with this game, here's Vinnie Trojek. He knew what he was doing.
Trojek has some skating room and he scores with the backhand from a tough angle. It's 4-1 with 3:01 to go. Ullmark's expecting this puck to go across the front of the net. Oh, he's below the goal line. And Trojek fires this off the back. Oh, off the coconut, off the side of the mask of Ullmark. This Trojek centering flip gives Carolina a 3-goal lead. Ullmark has been
You see? Go watch him. Go look at him coming down the wing there. He's looking for it. Listen, as the shooter, if you're taking on a good goalie, and Linus Ullmark is a good goalie, you got to look for any ray of sunshine they might give you. There was a gap right around Ullmark's head, and Vinnie Trojek, because he's a ridiculous NHL player, and all NHL players are ridiculous, said, I'm going to put the puck there. Bonus points if I could hit him in the mask when I do it. And then he did it! How is this only night one? How is that only game one for those two teams? They're already in it twice? That's a hat pick. For our next hat pick, this guy is perennially one of the most underrated players in the league, or perhaps should I say perennially. David Perron gets a hat trick, and see if you can tell me if you notice a theme with these 3 goals.
Heels off to Saad. Saad will control back to the point. Krug off to Shen. Shen straight away. Torrey Krug. Perron, one touch O'Reilly. Oh, net save me. The rebound. Score! It's Perron on the power play with 1 second left in the St. Louis man advantage. And the Blues have the early lead.
Plays the quick touches, and they do it here. Quick, down to the dot, quick into the middle. Marc-Andre Fleury with the first save, but of course his momentum carried him to the left. Really difficult here. There's that momentum. He's trying to regain that plant like he does. He pushes over, he just can't seal.
Back up high to Krug. Krug to Perron, rink wide, teeing up on the doorstep. The rebound, score! It's Perron this time. No doubt about it. His second of the game. This for Perron is indeed on the power play. And the Blues have a commanding 3-0 lead.
And this vaunted power play, as I said, watch the quick movements. And this one, no chance for Marc-Andre Fleury. He's disrupted in front by Brandon Saad, the Pittsburgh native. Saad does a great job. Watch 20 in white. He's in front. He'll stay there. Take away that sight line. Marc-Andre Fleury fully extended with that right pad. No chance to recover to the far post.
Losing control was Krug, backed up by Perron. O'Reilly centers. Oh, stop. Wow. Got behind Fleury on the one-time snapper. It's centered. Put on net. Another save by Fleury. But the rebound is in. Another goal on the power play. Perron does it again, and it is 4-0 St. Louis.
And you can see the look of just confusion as some of the fans head to the exits here in St. Paul, Minnesota at the XL Energy Center. And the reason why I say confusion, Marc-Andre Fleury makes 2 big saves here in game 1 in favor of the Blues. Watch the rotation. Marc-Andre Fleury all the way across, huge save, and nobody checks that far side dot. David Perron sneaks down, as he often does with his hands, and you can see the frustration as the fans are heading to the exit early. Something very rare that we see here.
Well, first of all, the first goal is a Superman goal. I love the dive. Second of all, listen, I'm not an NHL coach, but I would probably, in the video session, if you made me be an NHL coach, show the Wild the part where he scored 3 goals from the exact same spot. Yeah, I don't know. You might want to work on that a little bit. But for David Perron, I think he's working just fine. That's a hat pick. And last but not least, this guy's he's so silly. He's so silly. He's so silly. Connor McDavid, just show it.
Connor McDavid moving in with speed. He shoots. He scores! The Oilers captain is on the board, cutting the lead to 1.
Well, guess who? Connor McDavid with an absolutely enormous goal for Edmonton, down 2-0. But you can see things starting to build for Edmonton, and he just takes this and walks through 4 Los Angeles Kings and zips this one short side on Jonathan Quick. Head up, walks on the line. You can see the extension by Mantha, but no chance on that one.
What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say that's going to make that more impressive? Just show it again.
An absolutely enormous goal for Edmonton, down 2-0. But you can see things starting to build for Edmonton, and he just takes this.
Why is the camera back on me? Show it again.
And zips this one short side on Jonathan Quick. Head up, walks on the line. You can see the extension by Mantha, but no.
Connor McDavid willing his team back into the game, down 2-0. And this was tied late in the third. Because of him. Now, we're not going to talk about who won that game or why. We're going to save that for Thursday. But that goal, Connor McDavid, unbelievable, unmatched. That's a hat pick. So, what do you think of this week's edition of Steve's Hat Picks? Let me know in the comment box down below. But for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. Emotions are running high. Play nice.